pleased that you're all here in the Teylers Museum. This has been a place of sharing and exchanging information for centuries, and that's the reason why TEDx has been here before it even existed. Teylers is very much about the ideal of a period which is called the Enlightenment. About 250 years ago, here in Haarlem, the rich merchant and banker Pieter Teyler lived, and he had an ideal. He wanted that everybody would participate in the running of the government, the local government, the national government. And in order to be able to do this, in a time when democracy was not yet there, he thought it was essential that people should know. They should know about the latest information from all over the world, and they should know about art. And that's why he thought, well, my nieces and nephews have more than enough money. I'll leave my capital. So he thought, I can of course leave all my money to my nieces and nephews, but they have money enough. And my equivalent of 80 million euros should be put into a foundation to encourage the arts and the sciences and to make the world a better place by investing into new discoveries and sharing the information. And that's what the people of the Board of Trustees started to do. And this is a time when there was no freedom of information, there was no freedom of speech, there was no freedom of religion, no freedom of gathering, there was no freedom at all, even here in the Netherlands. Freedom was a very limited concept. And it was a time when books, when they were not liked by governments, were publicly burned. So it was quite a challenge that civilians decided we can organize the access to information ourselves. We don't need governments, we don't need churches, we don't need academies, and we don't need universities, because Haarlem is a city without a university. So that's what I started to do, and in fact it was a triumph from the start on. The most famous scientists worked here and continued to exchange their information with the whole world. And a lot of people came here, just like you, sitting in this auditorium, this beautiful auditorium from more than 100 years ago, and listened to the new inventions which were demonstrated right behind me here. And unfortunately, this fairy tale has a kind of sad intermediate period, because around 1920 the money ran out. And that meant that the laboratories which were here had to be closed. Where 10 years before, Hendrik Lorentz, the Nobel Prize winner, was working here with all his assistants. When Eugène Dubois, who founded Pithecanthropus, the Java man, was working here, when they retired, they were not replaced. And what has remained since that date is the sharing and exchanging of information. And that is the tradition in which we want to continue. And since the 1980s, we are back in shape. And now we have about 150,000 visitors a year, enjoying many of the programs we do, which are always about art and science. And that is the reason why I'm so pleased that you're all here, and I'm pleased to host the TEDx, the second TEDx here in Haarlem. I wish you a wonderful evening, and thank you for your attention.